Welcome to another edition of Action Video Game Talk. I'm your host, Scott Action Jackson. I'm here to start one of many special Action Video Game Talk episodes covering the series E3, which kicked off with EA. So let's kind of hop right into it as far as like some major points and some of the stuff that they talked about, announced, stuff like that. Earlier in the morning, it was actually revealed that Titanfall 2 will have a single-player campaign, which is something that was sadly lacking out of the first Titanfall. Now, what they showed in the trailer was more or less some kind of interrogation or questioning of the Titan itself, the mech, talking about how its original pilot was killed and how another one replaced it, and how its priorities are. It's like achieve the mission, protect the pilot, stuff like that. And then we did get to see some multiplayer gameplay. We got to see the single player teaser during the E3, even though the single player trailer teaser thing was already shown previously, which you can probably find on YouTube and stuff. And then they did also talk about, yes, this is coming out October 28th, 2016, which I think they already announced, so we're not too worried about that. But they also went on saying that the day before the game release, they're going to do a massive, server test or something. I think it was either the day before or the day of they're supposed to be doing it. Probably to test out to make sure a lot of people aren't trying to jump on it and cause too much of a headache for the company itself, for EA and Respawn Entertainment that's doing this. So after that, we get a little bit of Madden 17. And, we see a little bit of that. They talk about how there's going to be like a tournament during E3 itself. And that's about it as far as them grabbing my attention as far as Madden. Because my opinion on Madden, it might be looking better each and every year, but I don't know. I try the series once in a while, but I'm never that much into it. After that, we get a bit of info on Mass Effect Andromeda. Or, if I'm saying this right, Andromeda? Now, in this, this has no, during the EA E3 press conference, it was not given any release date, no actual story info, except for the fact that you're, I guess, captaining a ship that's finally made it to the Andromeda system, and you're just now waking up. So you got new galaxies, new planets, new tech, new allies / probably a new crew that you can gather, and don't know if it's going to be some of the same enemies or maybe new enemies. But here, you are the alien. And they said that more will be revealed this fall. Now, I'm kind of disappointed with this. I mean, at least they said that more is going to be revealed this fall, but knowing how some people are going to be leaking out a lot more, a lot sooner, if they're able to. Especially the final release date, or at least a release date. But at least we got to see some more stuff on this Mass Effect. I don't know quite how I feel about this game. I mean, I do enjoy the Mass Effect games that I've played before. They were interesting. They are your typical RPG exploring game. And from what I heard about this one, by way of the press conference here, you are more or less exploring this new territory, this new uncharted area. So, like Star Trek, you're mapping out stuff. You're trying to figure out what's out there. Explore strange new galaxies and new worlds. Seek out new life and new civilizations. And that's probably about as far as I'm going to get with that before worrying about getting into copyrighted lawsuit material. But that's what they kind of hint at with this edition of the Mass Effect game. You are more or less exploring the far reaches of the galaxy. After that, we get shown a little bit of the FIFA 17 game. They go into a bit of details about the 4 things that they improved on. And once again, like most of these sports games, that's about as far as my interest got as far as this announcement with FIFA. After that, someone came on the stage to announce something called EA Originals, mostly because of how Unraveled went over. So they wanted to start this where the money that they make go back into the developers and development of the games. And by doing so, they kind of introduced the first thing as part of the EA Originals lineup that they're going to have, because apparently it's going to be a lot of these, and they are going to be independent games that are going to be brought up, I guess, to a major AAA title backing or something. But the first one announced was a game called Fe. F-E. And they kind of explained this game as kind of a nature, how nature goes and stuff like that. You're playing some kind of little... Actually, I don't know how to quite explain it, except for maybe kind of a mix between a fox, dog, cat type thing. But you're in the nature, you're in the woods and stuff like that, and you're learning the songs and sounds of every bit of nature around you, from the animals to the plants, stuff like that. And you're new to this area, you don't remember how you got here. And of course, there's also some other things that are showing up too. I think they were being called the silence, where they try to silence the sounds made from nature in this area. So I guess you're trying to get rid of these guys, but you're also supposed to help out nature itself as well. I mean, what they showed here about this Fe game, I'm definitely interested in it. It definitely caught my attention as far as this press conference. And now we get to the Star Wars section. Now, on the display thing, how they have like a screen behind the person talking, they showed EA, Star Wars, and about like different company, like video game company names. Now, of course, we know BioWare and EA and DICE are working on the current ones, like the Knights of the Old Republic, the Battlefront. And the first thing that they led off with is with Battlefront. They're talking about listening to the people and gonna do some tie-ins with the new movie/movies. And by showing this, they kind of show, I think it's the latest Bespin DLC content that's either out or coming out. But they showed a clip from that when they were talking about it. And then they went into, if I got the name of the company right, Visceral Games is one of many other companies working on some Star Wars games. Visceral Games, I know that they said one was working on a third person, one was working on a first person type of game. But with the Visceral Games, when they were showing the little clips of these companies working on these games, they were showing concept art and pre-made footage that they put together, or early game footage that they put together. Another one that was announced as working on a Star Wars game was Respawn Entertainment. Now, we know Respawn Entertainment by Titanfall and Titanfall 2 now. But the clip that they showed from Respawn was showing some lightsaber battles. So that right there should be interesting to see what they decide to do with that. And after the Star Wars thing, they went to Battlefield 1. And then they showed some footage. Said October 21st, 2016 is where everyone can start playing the game. And some of the gameplay footage, well, some of the trailers and stuff that they were showing was actual in-game footage. As in the normal stuff you'll be playing as. Which, the only stuff I've been seeing before this looked like nothing but cinematics. And from what I've seen with this in-game footage, it looked great. However, that does not change my opinion on Battlefield 1. There's no way I'm going to be touching Battlefield 1. Don't plan to, probably never will. Unless, of course, they end up giving it away for free for PlayStation Plus. But that's if. Overall, the EA E3 press conference didn't really have that much as far as like major surprises, big announcements. To me, the only things that stuck out the most was the Mass Effect Andromeda stuff, the additional Star Wars stuff. That's about it. I mean, even they said it themselves when the press conference started, they were only spending 1 hour on this program. Which, it's like you could have announced and done so much more if they went to at least 2 hours. But it's like, yeah, to me this is probably going to be one of the worst E3 press conferences that there's going to be for this year's E3. Maybe aside from Nintendo for not having an official press conference because they're doing just a streaming Treehouse all-day event, which I probably won't be able to do that much on because I won't be available all day to watch it since I have to work that day. So that more or less covers my kind of coverage on the EA E3 press conference. So if anybody else wants to go ahead and share their opinions on what they thought about this press conference, go ahead and shoot your opinions on the comments down below. I will once again have the Facebook link down below as well, and have the separate clips up later on, which I'll probably have to figure out how I'm going to do that. So until next time, bye.